Today on Suncoast View, from a state football championship last season to fired. We'll talk about what happened to Venice High School's head football coach.
It is a battle of man versus fish. Today we'll learn how to land a tarpon to get ready for the annual Sarasota Tarpon Tournament.
Once a performer, always a performer. We'll meet some of the cast of the Players Center Follies and get a preview performance. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show, and welcome back to the Players Center. Jeffrey Kinn, great to have you with us.
Always nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
I loved what I saw coming up at the Players Center. Your students who work all year passionately in so many hours are getting ready to put on their show.
Yeah, they are. It's called All the Great Books Abridged. So it's a really funny look at all the books that you should have read, like the Odyssey and the Iliad and Little Women and all those other great stories. And they've thrown it all into a really fun and interactive play that our players' teens are doing under the direction of Amanda Heisey, who's one of our great local actor directors. So it's a great fun time, and it's in our backstage theater, which is a nice little intimate crowd. So you're going to be right up close to the teens and really their first production of the year. So we're excited about it.
How does Players Teens work? Is that something that they practice in the evenings or after school?
That's exactly right. So basically you have to audition to be a part of that group, and then they meet every week at a certain time, and they decide, you know, what are we going to perform and what would we like to do. And
then they pick.
Yeah, Amanda works with them. Well, you know, once you get to the teenage, you have to start developing your skills. So they were all part of that conversation, and then of course Amanda has whipped them into shape, and it's a great deal of fun. We're excited about it, actually.
That's really cool, especially to learn to collaborate in the arts at that age, because it takes you out of that competition. It's all competition. I got to get the part.
That's what I remember about
Me too.
teen theater was competition.
As the community theater, we always try to make sure that we're engaging everyone on all the different levels. So not only just acting, but in the backgrounds as well. It's just as important.
That's great. A lot of different things happening at Player Center.
All sorts of things all the time.
I know. That's one of the exciting things about it. So if you want to see the budding stars of the future, you will want to go to theplayers.org and check out all the great books. This is their teen theater, and it's coming up April 27th and 28th. All right, let's see who's in the kitchen today. A familiar face and friend. We welcome back Sam from Tsunami Sushi.
Always a pleasure to be here.
Great to have you. What are we making today?
Today, with the weather as nice as it's been, we're doing my favorite beach dish. It's a chilled soba noodle salad.
Ooh, that sounds light and refreshing.
You mean you take it to the beach?
You throw it in the ice chest. It's so refreshing. It's the best thing.
I like
go
that
to the
idea.
beach with Sam.
I was just going to say, let's go.
You said peanut butter sandwiches.
Yes.
You had us at beach, that's for sure. It has been that kind of great, wonderful weather week. We'll join you to learn more about it coming up. But you didn't have to go to the beach to enjoy great weather. I am a little sad today because I know I missed an amazing party last night.
You did.
That is what happens with the mother of sick children. So tell me about the Best of Sarasota party, Joey and Linda.
We were there. We had a great time. It was like a big family. You see everybody in Sarasota you know. And
you brought your family.
Yes, I brought my family. That's what happens when they grow up. My daughter's an attorney, and she's great fun. Of course, she points out some of the mistakes I make along the way sometimes. I left my cell phone there. Who would have thought?
Yes,
you
that's
did?
Right.
And it came home. Isn't that a nice thing?
We were a good team.
So an island theme this year, Joey?
Yes, and everybody dressed, which was really cool, because you know sometimes if the themes are a little bit too exotic, then you know not everybody embraced it. It was fun.
Suncoast, you had two lays. Joey got one and I got one. That was our dressing.
That's
that was our costume.
And we said,
let it go, Jeffrey. Let it go.
Could you see
Yep.
wash over my face?
I'll
Inappropriate
just
spots.
leave a blank in all of the jokes that could be made about wearing lace, and we did hear them all last night. But Linda made a good point. It was so nice. Of all the parties that we get to go to, this one was all our community. It was all our friends. It was all our favorite restaurants, all of our favorite arts organizations. It was really, really cool. And I know the issue is out now.
The issue is out.
And
so we will find out who the best of everything is.
I won't ask you to zoom in on this, but for Best Local TV Personality. You might recognize some of the names. Bob Harrigan was the winner.
Yay.
And the runners-up were Scott Dennis and John Scalzi. So,
The weather muffin.
the home team. Yeah.
Well, good. Well, I'm glad you guys had such a great time. And I know part of the experience last night was getting to get a preview of what's going to be new at Selby. And Joey, you said you got some video.
Yes. All right. So every year at the party, they'll announce the big exhibit that's going to be coming the following season at Selby. Last year it was Andy Warhol. That was a Warhol-themed party. And
Right.
then we saw the Warhol. This year it is Paul Gauguin, the artist. And they said because the whole party, this is, as you can see there, they had a big reveal of what it was going to be. And they said because the party was more about going back to primitive
Yes.
paradise, and that Gauguin's work is a little, it takes you back to more basics and more primitive. I don't know very much about him, but I know that I will be able to learn more at Selby, which is what I like. I learned more about Andy Warhol this year.
I did too. I learned so much. So
Because
it's
of
very
their
educational,
exhibit.
but
Yeah.
great fun.
Yes, so it's really, they're excited and they have so much growth going there and it's really good.
Yeah, this is going to be a big year at Selby. So.
And we keep joking, we love Sarasota Magazine, but grab this and put this in your guest room because it tells your guests everywhere to
Exactly.
go.
That is a great idea.
That is a great idea. That's one of those things you keep on as a reference book throughout the year. He's guarding
Holding
his.
it tight. Oh.
We got lots here.
chair.
Well, I'm glad you guys had fun, and it's great to see what's coming up for the next year. We're excited about it.
Gauguin.
All right, it is time for our first hot topic. Venice High School has fired its head football coach, John Peacock, over a social media post just 4 months after they won a state championship. So it's over an inter-school rivalry that turned racial. A Venice player posted that Braden River High coach Kurt Bradley must use a spray tan bottle to achieve that color. Coach Peacock liked the post. But Bradley is biracial and found that post racially insensitive, and he complained to the district. The principal at Venice said that Coach Peacock had to be fired to send the right message to student athletes. Does this surprise you?
It's the wife of a coach. I've been through too many firings. It's always very sad. But I wouldn't have thought that just liking something would get you fired. Now it gives me a message, because sometimes I just go down and like everything everybody I like said. I won't do that anymore.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
That is a good point.
And social media has brought a lot of these, that the rules have to be made very quickly, right? I think it's a good reminder that whatever you post, you are responsible for. And sometimes you have to make sure, if it's a joke, that the other person is in on the joke.
See, that's the
Yes,
problem.
yes,
though.
yes.
But we can get so far into this idea that we all make mistakes though too. So
Yeah.
so this poor guy, he made a mistake. It was an error. Is that worth his career? And I don't think it is. I'm
Yeah,
not
there's
sure- I'm
definitely
not
two
sure-
sides to it. I was surprised at the harshness. I
That's-
expected a reprimand. I
Exactly.
expected a suspension. I was surprised to see a firing. But I look at it from the player-coach relationship. That coach is in charge of shaping the minds and paths of those young athletes. And the athlete obviously made a young, immature student mistake
Right.
for making the comment. But for the coach to like it and not see it as an error and address it, there was his mistake as the leader and mentor.
Right.
So, I mean, it's a harsh message.
It is.
And it was a mistake. It was a mistake, and it is
And
hard.
we all make mistakes.
But
Yes.
all of us.
When you look at it, and this is easier said than done because it's not me.
Yeah.
But when you look at it as this is bigger than him, this is about how you are
course.
teaching the students. If he
Right.
didn't work in a school, it might not be such a big deal.
I agree.
But this has to be about them.
And here's the thing, I mean, whether you agree or disagree with the decision, I give Venice High School a lot of credit for putting what they felt was an important message before winning football, because that is a state championship football team, and for many, many years we've all heard that football calls the shots, but they just made sure that in their mind what was the right thing was more important than winning.
I'm just wondering whether there's something else at stake here, because I do think that it's way too harsh. No matter what you say, I just find that someone's entire life, an entire career over a like is a little
Is a lot.
is a little
I
out
can
of
see that.
bounds.
And I will say
Is there something else going on?
I think people should be given another chance, especially because then you will always have someone who understands the importance of watching what you post, because he's fired, so he's not going to be able to influence students anymore.
Right,
I guess
right.
just his absence would. But
Will,
I think
yeah.
people
Wouldn't it be nice if the other coach who was insulted would come forward and say, give him another chance? I think that would be a really good race relations thing.
Yeah, and I know, and Linda, you know this just from the sports aspect of it, the rivalry. They've got barbs flying back and forth all the time. This is a well-known rivalry. So maybe it just crossed the line. Maybe there'd been other iffy things. I mean, there's a lot we don't know. But
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely came to a sad ending.
Yes,
Hopefully the message
Look at
gets
race
across.
relations in our country right now. I mean, this hits a button that you have to treat it with such severity, because
exactly
it does.
right.
What they
it
would have done
spills
in
out.
the old days, my husband was always looking for things to post in the locker room to make his players mad at the other players.
Yep.
So they would have posted this and said, go kill him,
Yeah.
go kill him for
Things
me.
have changed. You don't get to do that anymore, that's for sure.
It's sad.
Well, Starbucks pioneered the sit and stay kind of coffee culture where you go in, you get a cup, you use their Wi-Fi, but now the convenience in the car is winning out. Starbucks says 80% of all new U.S. stores will have a drive-through lane. Analysts say that Starbucks need to speed it up if they're going to compete with Dunkin' Donuts and McDonald's. They're known for their slow drive-throughs. But at stores with drive-through windows, 70% of sales now comes from people in cars. Are you a Starbucks drive-through person?
That would be me.
That would be me. I don't go in. I don't want to go
when
in.
when I order for somebody else, yes. But what happens if you're in line and you don't order?
Wait, in the drive-through?
Yeah, I was kidding.
I was like, huh? Why would you do that? Yeah, why would you
Starbucks,
get in
yes,
there?
park your car outside
So I've
and get arrested.
noticed
Yeah.
that Starbucks
Sorry.
is pushing mobile ordering really, really hard. I get their emails all the time. I'm a rewards person with them, and they want us to put in the order on our phone, and then they're going to do a mobile drive-through as well, so that I can order before I leave the office or before I leave the house, and then drive through and pick it up to speed up the
But
process.
the coffee would be cold.
Well, I think you have to time it
you'd have to
closely.
but
You'll
that's
have
a
to
good
time
idea
it.
because coffee, especially has so many qualifiers.
Correct.
That my one order has so many extra things I need on it that it can take longer.
They can't do them any more quickly than they can if
Right,
I'm going to
right.
make it light and blonde and every other thing I do with it.
Sometimes
So-
I'll get out of the drive-through line though, just because I'll see the line coming up and I'm thinking, forget that, I can go in. Some of the drive-throughs are good. I don't know if it's specifically Starbucks, but they'll meet you if the line's
Yes,
really long. They'll
yes.
meet you with a mobile thing.
I love restaurants that do that.
Yes.
Chick-fil-A does that
And
as
so
well.
it's before you
Yes.
even can decide not to go. They're like, no, we can do this all now.
They
and
have a
can just pick
person
it
with
up.
a pad that types
Oh,
it in
I've
for
got
you.
one.
Oh, that's
One of
smart.
these.
Technology is
Well,
always a good thing.
They know the lines are long, and anytime you go to one of those more upscale places that has all those options, it slows things down in the drive-through. But I give Starbucks a lot of credit for realizing that we're not necessarily needing to go sit down anymore. And they said the reason was we used to, or a lot of people use them for their Wi-Fi. Now Wi-Fi's everywhere,
Right.
so you don't have to go to Starbucks to work.
true.
You can go most anywhere.
Yeah.
So we're evolving. So the first look at Bradley Cooper's directorial debut was shown at CinemaCon, and those who saw it are giving it rave reviews. Well, you're going to recognize the show. It's the latest remake of A Star Is Born. Cooper directs, and it stars Lady Gaga. So Cooper says Gaga is insisting on singing live in the iconic movie. Right now, you're seeing the Barbra Streisand version from 1976. That full trailer gets released to everybody in coming weeks. But Streisand did it in 76, singing live. Judy Garland did it in 54, and I believe the original was about 1937.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you interested in another remake with Gaga?
I love the idea because a lot of these stories are timeless. They are universal. And that idea of that relationship and becoming famous and be careful what you wish for,
Right.
I mean, that speaks to us, I think, to this day. And if we can have somebody really super contemporary who gets it and understands that and can do it well, then more power to them.
I think the story needs to move on to the next generation.
Yeah.
I mean, I barely remember the 76 one. I mean, I've heard of it, but I was too young to see it. So for me, that isn't a story I know all that well.
Right.
And I know our kids don't know it at all.
And singing live, that's what I love. That Lady Gaga's going to make them
Right. Yep.
no lip syncing because you do lose something. We're better. We're more savvy viewers,
Yes.
and we can tell. And I remember the film version of Les Mis. They recorded all of their singing in every take, so
Yes.
they didn't use a track.
Barbra Streisand said she did one take live, start to finish, in the big Evergreen song. And that's what Gaga's going to do as well.
wow.
So
I'll
no,
see it.
I think it'll do well. I'll see it too. I
I
think it's
think
good
so,
to test
too.
it out.
I love that story.
It is a great story. I remember the Judy Garland version. That was just beautiful, beautifully done.
I'm too young to remember that.
Of course you are.
And Bradley Cooper won't hurt either, just saying. That's
true.
All right, well, it is hard to be comfortable all day long, especially in our climate. You're in and out of air conditioning. One room's warm, one room's cold. Well, check out Ember Wave. This is a Kickstarter project project for anyone who's ever been too hot or too cold in a room full of other people who think they're just fine. Ember Wave looks like a super sleek watcher bracelet. It has some insane technology in it. With the touch of a button, this wearable device sends out either a cooling or warming sensation through the super sensitive skin on our wrist. When those nerves feel a direct heat or cool adjustment, the signal gets sent to your brain. Interesting.
A personal air conditioner?
Well, and it's interesting to me that the inside of your wrist is so sensitive, but you know what that reminds me of? Testing baby bottles on the inside of our wrist.
Because
but the rest of your body didn't get hot or cold from the baby bottle test.
But it sends that message to your brain, which apparently will adjust it, because it's saying that our temperature preference is more mental than physical. So I don't know if it's going to work with a hot flash. I'll be sure to let you know, as I'm chronically hot.
Ways away.
But
when you sit with a space heater at your desk, and I have a fan on mine just a few feet away, this is great. We could just have our own little personal.
Everybody will be air conditioned differently.
Yeah,
that'll be so interesting.
Kind of a good concept.
It's interesting. I'm confused, but that's okay because I don't understand. I don't understand technology. It's not really cooling you down, and it's not really warming you up. It's sending a pulse into your system.
Sounds like it, to your brain.
To your yeah. So it's faking you into thinking that you're cooler or warmer than you think you are.
So maybe tomorrow, rather than running my illegal space heater, please thank you for telling everybody about it. I will put a warm compress inside my wrist and see if that works the same.
Yeah.
Or we'll just zap you with a prod.
Awesome.
It's warm. You're warm.
You're fine. Suck it up. That's what he tells me.
It puts new meaning in. You're hot.
You are hot.
All right, we're going to check out our happy hour forecast, and when we come back, wait till you meet some very smart Suncoast students.
Good afternoon, I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with your first alert weather update. We are watching an area of low pressure move across the southeast United States, and with it, a very weak cold front that is going to give us a few showers, I think. We'll see that on Friday. Not much to it, though. You can see that front really weakening as it pushes to the southeast. The rain chance very small. Heavier rainfall has been falling across Alabama this afternoon and Georgia. You can see some of that activity there. We've had some high clouds around. Here comes the forecast, though, as you see that thin line of scattered showers approaching north central Florida on Friday morning at 6 a.m. and then kind of breaking up as it moves into the Tampa Bay area. Maybe some residual moisture moving on through. So we'll keep that rain chance very small through early Saturday morning. And then guess what? The weekend looking pretty good. Right now it's 77, sunshine, and the dew point comfortable. The humidity as well. Winds out of the west-southwest at 10. The pressure at standard pressure 2992. And it looks as though we're going to see some warmer temperatures come back into play. We'll tell you about that coming up today at 5. See you then.
Some of Sarasota School's best and brightest students are headed to the Big Apple. The Pineview math team is qualified for a national math competition, and Pineview teacher and coach Mark Mattia is here with 5 of the team members to explain their award-winning math modeling concept. Welcome. We are very proud of you all here. Now, please be gentle. It's been a long time since any of us have thought about math. So before we get into it, we want to meet each one of you. So start off by introducing yourselves.
I'm Zoe McDonald, and I'm a junior.
I'm Tristan Lee, and I'm a senior.
I'm Dylan Hall, I'm a senior.
I'm Sarah Mim, also a senior.
I'm Chloe Harris, I'm also a senior.
All right, so the 5 of you, this is a really big deal. So Mark, let's start off. Explain the importance of this competition.
This is a rather large competition in America. It's sponsored by the Society for Industrial Mathematics, and there were over 950 teams and about 4,500 participants, and we're down to the final 6 teams in the country.
Wow. So of all of those participants, and we're lucky to have a team right here on the Suncoast that's heading in, how did you have to compete? They made you take a real-world problem and try to solve it with a math. How did you, what did they ask of you?
So the problem for this year was about food waste in the nation, and if that food waste could be repurposed to feed the food insecure population of America.
Wow, so this is, for all of us that ever said, when are we ever going to use this in a math class, this is what math teachers everywhere have been waiting for. So how do you do that? How do you take a math equation and solve it? Let's see it in action.
Oh,
all right, so Dylan?
Okay.
So you're using a concept called math modeling?
Yeah, so Tristan, you want to give a brief explanation
of
explain
what math modeling is.
So ultimately the goal of mathematics modeling is to create equations that approximate real-world situations, and with those equations you can find solutions to real-world problems. The more closely you can model a real-world situation, the more correct your solution can be. And so we attempted to apply this in the case of food waste and repurposing food waste.
So, not to simplify, but because so many of us have been out of math for a while, so we're really taking, if you have X in an equation, you're actually making it a real world issue. So it's less, plus, minus, addition, subtraction. It's more applying, everything stands for something in life.
Yes. Well, I guess a good way to think of it might be adding more X variables or more Y variables.
Okay.
In essence, to add further variables to create a more realistic model and then solving it through that method.
All right. Well, let's see it in action. So,
all right.
Go ahead and explain.
For finding out if we could repurpose, in the questions case, it was for Texas, their food waste into feeding their food insecure population. We changed food waste into the monetary value of the food wasted, which we have here as MW subscript total. And then you subtract the monetary value of the need for food in Texas, which is represented as MW subscript total again. And so it's almost a supply and demand. So our supply in Texas is the monetary value of food waste, subtracting your demand in Texas, which is the value of your food need.
So this might be something that even parents do on a smaller scale in a grocery store. If you think, I have this many eggs left, I have this many children to feed, this is just turning it into an equation.
Right.
So here we're trying to figure out one of the components we had was the potential that a food waste that is in Texas. So we had the money potential that Texas could have wasted, and then how much food was bought in Texas. So subtracting those two, you have your total of the monetary value wasted in Texas. And how we figured out the potential in Texas that they have is how much was purchased in Texas over, as Dylan showed, 1 minus the percent of waste in production.
Wow. So with the exception of a few terms that have gone over my head, you really are talking about the same things that we talk about when we talk about issues, social issues that are important to us. You're just turning it into something that could be solved in almost in another language in a strange way.
Yeah.
So did you have to submit this to the competition?
Well, that was just the first part of the 14-hour exercise. They went on to solve some other problems, and then they related it to how we might optimize this program in Sarasota County.
Wow. So all of you worked together to come up with this. We all know what it's like to be on a team and kind of problem solve, but how specifically do you problem solve when you're dealing with math?
Right. So when we started this team specifically, we didn't even know everybody, and we definitely weren't all friends. So working on a math problem, everybody has their own idea with it, and so it's a lot of give and take, but it really, the compromises that we made bettered the project as a whole. By the end, I think we're all pretty good friends now.
Oh, that's
yeah, it's a lot of looking at different people's perspectives when it's a math problem.
And you said that you had to work together for 14 hours consecutively, right? They put you in a room for 14 hours and you had to solve this, and this is a portion of what you came up with. Real quick, tell us what's the next step. Where you're heading to New York, and what'll happen?
So an important part of math modeling is being able to communicate what your models are. So we made a presentation and a PowerPoint to present to a panel of judges in New York on Monday.
Well, we are all rooting for you. Everyone here on the Suncoast, even if we don't quite understand all of what you're doing, we know that it's very important, and we are very, very proud. And we're rooting for you. To find out more about the great academic programs at Pineview and all Sarasota County schools, you can go to their homepage. All right, good luck, team. Coming up next, Linda fills us in on some big changes coming for the Circus Arts Conservatory.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Want the latest weather and traffic conditions wherever you go? Introducing ABC7's revolutionary new First Alert weather app. With our state-of-the-art new weather app, you get up-to-the-minute weather alerts, interactive radar maps, current conditions, 10-day forecasts, real-time traffic maps, and weather video from ABC7, all at your fingertips. And it's free. Just search Suncoast WX in the App Store and download onto all your devices today. Sponsored by Mr. Sparky.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 70.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
Chris Domine is a husband, father, an athlete, even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris's kidneys were failing.
The doctor said if you don't do dialysis, if you don't get a kidney transplant, you are going to die.
Then Chris received a second chance, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
WWSB ABC7 is an equal opportunity employer, and we're looking for qualified people to join our dynamic team. For a list of current openings and to apply online, visit www.mysuncoast.com/contact/employment. If you're a motivated team player and you want a rewarding career in a fun, fast-paced working environment, WWSB ABC7 could be the perfect fit for you. Check out our list of openings now.
You may be driving by the arena where Sailor Circus performs every day and never realize the amazing transformation that's going on right inside. Right now, that arena is totally empty. It's just a shell. The floor's gone, the seats are gone, the restrooms are gone, the concessions are gone. It is a complete wipeout in there. But the ribbon cutting is coming. It's going to be on May 9th, and then the miracles will begin to happen. First of all, it's going to have air conditioning. Hey. That is something they have needed for years. Even in December, it's hot in there. And if you think the audience is hot, think of those kids who are performing in that sweltering building. But it is also, along with the air conditioning, going to have a special flooring, a special center ring, and it will have brand new, very nice restrooms. We should have a cheer for that. It'll have a new concession area. It's going to have brand new technical equipment and lighting, and other groups will be able to use the arena for performances when the circus is not in action. This is a giant step forward for the Circus Arts Conservatory. They've had what a year already. It's been full of Smithsonian Folklife Festival performances in Washington, D.C., and great shows by Sailor Circus and by Circus Sarasota. Look what we're going to have in the future. Can you imagine that right there on Bay Vista and 41? Wow. Great things are coming.
Well, to follow these exciting renovations and to learn how you can get involved with the Circus Arts, you can go to their website, circusarts.org. Coming up next, we're going fishing.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. And you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991. Now, in one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TruStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
Experience the Classical Music Celebration May 11th and 12th at the historic Sarasota Opera House. World-class musicians include guitar duo Charisma, currently touring with Andrea Bocelli. Tickets available online or by phone.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Get all the local information you need before you leave home in the morning. Watch Good Morning Suncoast weekdays on ABC 7 to get breaking news, plus first alert weather and traffic focused on where you live. ABC 7, we're here for you.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We're going to check back in the kitchen with Sam from Tsunami Sushi. And Sam, I understand music is on your menu this month as well.
That's right, Steph. Every Sunday we have a jazz trio, and they've got a brand new set, and you've got to come and check it out. So it's 6 to 9 every Sunday.
That sounds great. This time of year, of course, lots of fresh seafood on the menu as well. Mother's Day right around the corner.
Always. We're looking forward to it. Make reservations, definitely.
Good advice. That's right. Linda and I keep telling everybody, Mom wants to go out, but you got to make some plans early.
It's a big day.
All right, we'll see you in just a little bit. The tarpon is one of the most popular sport fish in Florida. It is well known for its acrobatics on the end of a line and can provide quite a challenge for anglers as they try to reel in a fish that often weighs more than 100 pounds. Captain Jeffrey Durance is a fishing charter captain, and he's here to teach us about how to land a tarpon and, of course, get us ready for the 88th annual Sarasota Tarpon Tournament. Wow, that's a lot of years.
Yeah. Yes, it's the oldest, longest running tarpon tournament in the world, we believe. We haven't found one any longer.
Because tarpon like our waters, is that correct? Are there more tarpon here than most places?
Well, they're migrating, and they school up on our coast getting ready to spawn. And they get in schools, you'll see anywhere from 4 or 5 fish to 200 fish in a school at one time.
Wow.
And the whole game is to find them, sneak up on them, put the bait on them, and hopefully one of them will eat.
And it's seriously a game, because when I hear tarpon fishermen talk about this, or fishermen in general, the one that got away story always seems to be related to tarpon. What is it that makes it so hard to get these guys in?
Well, number one is the acrobatics. That when they jump, as soon as they take the bait, they usually jump and they shake their head and throw the bait back to you. I've had the bait sometimes land behind me about as far as I threw it to them.
So are they smart? I was going to say, are they smart or just strong?
Well, I don't know. It's like when you're casting to them and you see the school, the fish are milling around in a circle, and you have a little crab on your line and you throw it to them. I know that they're not real smart, but when one rolls and the crab hits him, they leave.
Okay.
They're smart enough to know crabs don't attack them from the air.
Oh, that's hysterical. All right,
so you have to be careful putting the bait around the school of fish.
Oh, that's funny.
The tournament is 5 weeks long, so explain for anyone who has never participated in something like this how it actually works. I mean, are you fishing for 5 weeks here?
Well, there's weekly categories, and each week we have a winner. Okay. And then those 5 winners have to take a polygraph test because it's all release.
Oh my goodness.
And so you have to have a witness, and there's a step. You have to fill out the paperwork the day you catch it.
How do you document it?
Well, you have a form you have to fill out at a weigh station. So that gets a weighmaster somewhere that day within 24 hours. And then you have to go online and put that same information on and submit it. And you really need to remember to do that, because last year I went to the weigh station, entered my fish, and forgot all about the electronic part of it. So, and it would have been a second place fish that week.
Oh my goodness! How big was it?
Oh, he's about 100 pounds. So
Wow.
about a 34-inch girth.
All right, well, the thrill is in the fight. So I have to admit, we know a little bit about fishing, but we don't know anything about fighting a tarpon. So
well, let me,
help
if I
us
can get Linda to
understand.
help me.
All right, Linda.
If you'll hold that.
Linda's the best fighter of the group, I assure you.
That's right. And what I have here is a 2-pound weight.
Okay.
And if you'll reel that handle just a little bit.
This one?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I going the right way?
Yep. Yep. Just that. That's good. Now stop right there.
Oh,
Look at
now,
the end.
Now pick up that 2-pound weight.
No, with the reel, though, right?
No, just with the rod. With the rod. That's pretty heavy, right?
It's very heavy.
Well,
that's 2 pounds. I'm going to catch 100 pounds.
Well,
there?
that's exactly right. So if you'll let the pressure off of that a little bit.
Wow.
And then we're going to show you how much pressure you have to put on it. Ouch.
So you have to put your feet solid in the boat.
Yeah.
And pull.
This is a fight. This is a struggle. Like, does the team hold on? Like, do you brace as a group?
Well, in the rules, you can't. Once the fish takes the bait, the angler has to do it all.
Oh no!
If I touch the rod or push the rod, that disqualifies me.
All right, so see if you can do it.
Do I need to wind it up?
No, you're right. Now
So
just
many
pick up
rules.
Now that's 7 pounds.
Oh my goodness! All right, let's break the rules for TV.
Here we go.
Got it.
All
He's got it.
Now-
How does that not break? How does that not
Yeah,
break?
the give in this is amazing.
Well, and the rod does the work, and that would be 7 pounds of drag.
I felt like I was doing the work.
See the line?
That's
going
7
off?
pounds?
That's 7
And so
pounds.
that's not even...
Try it, Joey.
Oh,
Try
no,
it.
I trust you.
But you have to have at least 6 to 7 pounds of drag. If you go with the 2 or 3, that's where you hear of people fighting the tarpon for hours and hours.
Okay, we
and
do
hours.
hear about that.
And they just follow the fish around. It's the biggest error I see people make is they don't put enough pressure because they're scared.
Right.
And I recommend everybody get 7 pounds, set your drags to 7 pounds, and then we actually tighten it up from there when we get the fish a little closer, and most of the fights last 20 to 30 minutes.
All right, let's talk about equipment, because obviously this rod is made for sport fishing.
Right.
Is this something that is provided as part of the tournament, or are anglers expected to have the correct equipment?
No, you have to provide all your own gear and boats and all that.
If somebody wants to go out and do this more recreationally, but as part of the tournament, can we rent gear? Can we get captains to take us out? How does this work? Are these people who are well committed already?
Like
to being...
a bowler would have a bowling.
Right, exactly. Well, as far as the captains go, there are a lot of captains that tarpon fish, and like me, are kind of fanatics about it. And I jumped my first one off the beach out here in 1980, and I've been chasing them hard ever since. And every year you learn a lot of new things, and they don't always do exactly the same thing every year. But I would recommend, if you're a novice at it, is hire a guide and go do it.
Okay.
That would certainly run or improve your learning curve.
Right.
And as far as doing it yourself, that's what makes it so remarkable, is they're right here along the beach. And when I say along the beach, from here to the road. I mean, they're not.
Really?
If you're a mile offshore, you're probably too far.
Oh, really? So you don't need a big boat?
No, exactly. You
Okay,
need
that's
a smaller
good.
boat, and they actually come in the bay during the summer. They'll be in the bay too.
All right.
But the school fish that makes it so exciting are along the beach from mid-May to about the 4th of July, and again, it's 100% angler participation because you get to help. Even if you've never seen one in the water, you'll see crab pot buoys, turtles, birds, dolphin, manatees, and all of a sudden you'll see the tarpon. You'll know right away that's what we're looking for.
That's great. Linda, we talk about your bucket list all the time. This is on my bucket list. I have boys that love to fish, and I would love to go out and do this. So if this is something that you're interested in, maybe get a little knowledge behind you this year, but you can always participate in the tournament. It's been going on for a long time. It begins officially May 12th through June 17th, but there's a kickoff party coming up next week, May 9th at White Buffalo. Get involved. It's the Sarasota Tarpon Tournament.net. A lot of fun to fight that fish. Coming up next, the Players Center previews Follies.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC 7 shows on your streaming device.
The Spring Fever sales event is going on now at Peterson Toyota of Sarasota. Drive a new 2018 Corolla for only $79 per month. The all-new 2018 Camry for only $119 per month. And 2018 RAV4 for just $129 per month at Peterson Toyota of Sarasota.
Here's today's job of the day. ABC7 is seeking a digital content manager to join our newsroom leadership team. CMS experience required. Visit mysuncoast.com/job-of-the-day to apply. This is an ABC7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at the top of the hour. Should gambling be expanded in Florida? Why lawmakers are leaving that question now up to voters. Plus, why Manatee County Sheriff's Office is warning car owners to lock their doors. Now let's get a check on the weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Thanks, Scott. Good afternoon, everyone. We're watching this area of low pressure make its way through now parts of Alabama, bringing some rainfall to Tennessee and into Georgia tonight. A weak frontal boundary exists from that, a weak cold front. There's not much to it. It will continue to move in our direction, change things up a little bit on Friday. You'll see that in the futurecast with that thin line of showers projected, not much at all. And behind it, we're looking at another reinforcing shot of some drier air, if you will. It's not going to be all that much cooler. It will turn a little bit breezy over the weekend. We'll have your boating forecast and let you know what the rest of the weekend holds. Right now, it's nice out there. The humidity low at 62%. More at 5.
ABC7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station. You now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like, then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC7 on Facebook.
Everybody can make something because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds.
No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch The Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
Once a performer, always a performer. And the Players Center Follies, the desire for the spotlight just never dies. Singer Erica Drezik is a part of this year's Follies musical review, and she's here to tell us all about it. Congratulations, you guys look great.
Thank you. Aren't these costumes awesome?
They are.
I love them.
Wow.
We're so colorful.
Now tell me about your group. Tell me about the Follies group.
All right, well, the Follies group is a group of ladies over a certain age.
What age would that be?
It's around 50 and up.
Oh, but you couldn't get those ladies to come today, so you brought the younger group?
I brought the younger crew.
Okay.
And actually, I'm probably the newest member of this group, and some of these girls have been together a long time. I understand the Follies have been together for 6 years.
Well, how often do you practice, and what goes into all of this?
What goes into it is like any other performance. We rehearse in the afternoons. Twice a week, and we practice at home, and we get together again, and we have a great and talented director of our groups that you may know.
I hear you have something very unique in your group this year.
We have a very special guest star. I think some of your audience knows her as Beneva Fruitville.
Beneva Fruitville is a part of it.
Yes, and we're so excited.
Oh, I'm sure Beneva is too. Now, were all you ladies professionals before you joined the Follies, or what were your careers?
I think we come from every phase of life, but we're not professionals. We're just ladies who get together to have fun, and that's what it's all about. We love to perform.
How many ladies are there?
This year, there's been a larger group, but this year, because there was a slight division, we have some great tap dancers now who have moved and have made their own groups. So this is it. We're 6.
Whoa.
6 of us putting on a show.
This is going to, I have seen you guys before, so I know this is going to be amazing. Well, now tell me about the song that you're going to be performing for us now.
Well, as you can tell, we're doing songs from the 1920s. The program is called The Speakeasy, and that was during the Prohibition in the 1920s. So that was when you couldn't drink in public.
Oh, okay.
So you
I don't
would,
remember those years. That was before me, believe it or not.
You know, I don't either. I had to look it up on Google. But anyway, so these are the songs that were done at the time, and you're going to meet some exciting and colorful characters from that time.
Now, is there the name of the song?
This one is The Birth of the Blues.
The Birth of the Blues. Okay, let me get off the stage because I can't sing or dance, and I might be in the way, and we'll let you guys take it away. Joey is going to give me an arm here. Thank you, Joey. Okay, ladies, take it away.
Oh, they say some people long ago were searching for a different tune, one that they could croon as only they can. They only had the rhythm soul. They started swaying to and fro. They didn't know just what to use. That is how the blues really began. They heard the breeze in the trees, singing weird melodies, and they named that the start of the blues. And from a jail came the wail of a downtrodden friend, and they played that as part of the blues.
The Players Folly Speakeasy Show is Saturday, April 28th. For tickets and information, visit the Players website. We'll be right back.
Pushed it through a horn until it was worn into a blue house.
Hi, I'm Holly Robinson Pete.
And I'm Rodney Pete. And after 16 years in the NFL, it came as no surprise that knee surgery might be in my future.
And when the doctor said Rodney needed to lose weight before surgery, we knew that Lipozene could help him lose 4 times more weight. It's America's #1 weight loss supplement.
I've already lost 30 pounds and 4 pant sizes. I didn't need a prescription or meal plan.
I've lost 10 pounds, I have more energy, more stamina.
We eat our favorite foods and still lose 4 times more weight.
I'm very impressed with Rodney's weight loss. His blood pressure and cholesterol have really improved. I recommend Lipozene because it's made from the rare konjac root, which contains glucomannan, a very safe and effective weight loss supplement.
Lipozene has no harmful side effects. No caffeine, no jitters, no counting calories.
No cleanses.
No starved diets.
No boot camps.
Nothing in your lifestyle needs to change. Just add Lipozene.
In a clinical study, people were not asked to change their lifestyle and simply add Lipozene. As a result, they lost not just twice the weight, not 3 times, but they lost 4 times more weight just by adding Lipozene. And 78% of that weight loss was fat, not water, but fat.
Rodney and I guarantee that you will lose weight or your money back.
Can we say that?
Yep, guaranteed, or your money back. So get Lipozene and lose 4 times more weight.
Now you can lose 4 times more weight. Just add Lipozene for only $29.95. Call right now and we'll double your order for free and ship it free too. And for a limited time, we'll double the size of each bottle for free. So now you have 4 times the Lipozene for just $29.95. Plus, you'll get Metabo Up Plus to help boost your energy and metabolism. But you must call. Call 800-379-2824, 800-379-2824, 800-379-2824.
Experience
Experience the classical music celebration May 11th and 12th at the historic Sarasota Opera House. World-class musicians include guitar duo Charisma, currently touring with Andrea Bocelli. Tickets available online or by phone.
Watch Good Morning Suncoast weekdays on ABC 7.
Happening right now, a major slowdown on I-75.
Behind me, traffic is just completely bumper to bumper. Take alternate routes this morning.
Weekdays starting at 5 a.m. on ABC 7.
Well, there are some great things coming up at Booker Middle School. Linda, tell us what's happening this weekend.
Did you ever wonder what the kids are doing in school these days? Well, the kids at Booker Middle School have it pretty good. The Booker Middle has an awesome visual and performing arts program, and they are offering you, an adult, a chance to go back to middle school for an afternoon and actually experience some of these amazing arts classes for yourself. You get to choose 2 classes from a list of about 9. Like if you choose band, you get to play the drums. You can choose chorus, musical theater, dance, and many, many more. The classes are taught by the Booker Middle School visual and performing arts teachers, so it's exactly like it would be if you were back in middle school, and the money raised goes to Booker Middle School's arts education programs. These kids are so amazing, and so are their teachers. Yeah. So you get to experience and see if you're, what is it, smarter than a 5th grader? Smarter than a Booker middle schooler. It'll be great fun, and Booker's Masterclass fundraiser is this Saturday, April 28th from 4 to 7 p.m. at Booker Middle School. For more information, go to the Booker Middle School website.
Oh, cool. All right, going back to middle school makes me a little nervous, but going into the kitchen makes me happy. We're going to join Tsunami Sushi.
Watch Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 5.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. A jury comes to a decision in the sexual assault trial of Bill Cosby. We'll have the verdict coming up. And taking a quick look at First Alert traffic, right now a stalled vehicle is blocking the I-75 exit ramp at University Parkway. It is causing delays in the northbound lanes of the interstate. Now let's get a check on our First Alert weather forecast with Bob.
Thanks, Jacqueline. Another gorgeous day today. Lots of sunshine out there. Beautiful blue waters, blue skies, just a few clouds now and again. We're looking for a little increase in cloudiness as we head into Friday as a result of a weak cold front moving on in, but it shouldn't spoil plans too much. This is the area of low pressure that we're watching right now. It's moving through Tennessee and northern sections of Alabama. It's got an attendant cold front with it, and that cold front isn't all that cold. Temperatures will cool or at least stay a little bit below average. We're going to get ready for a big warm-up, though, as we head into next week. Details at 5.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Did you know you could get life insurance in just a few minutes? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with just a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, TrueStage guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you. TrueStage cares for you the same way you care for your family. In fact, TrueStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance, and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-809-8372 now. Any amount of protection can help. and you are guaranteed to be accepted. In just a few minutes, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Getting life insurance can be fast and easy, and it could cost less than you think. Plus, your price will never increase, and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-809-8372 now for a free, no-obligation quote. It's fast and easy. Plus, you get TruStage's 30-day satisfaction guarantee. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-809-8372 today.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
Coming up Friday at 4 on Suncoast View, it is one of the biggest pop culture trends, and we've got products galore. It's all about unicorns. Our gift girl has everything from sunscreen to slippers for some great gift ideas. A controversial classic comes to life on a Suncoast stage. We'll preview Venice Theater's Debbie Does Dallas, the musical. Plus, Sarasota Ballet's Spring Showcase and Gold Rush Barbecue joins us in the kitchen.
And welcome back. We are here with Sam from Tsunami Sushi, and we're going to make something that looks like delicious. So
Put us to work.
Let us help you make something delicious.
Let's get started.
Okay.
Then. So Jeff, I'm gonna have you, if you could julienne those bell peppers, just
what did you
just slice it? Just slice it thin,
Is that julienning?
like this, kind of.
Oh, like matchsticky.
Okay, but there's things in it. Does that matter?
Yeah, we'll get those out.
Okay, get those out. Okay.
You got to go back to basics with us, Sam.
I am so
Real
sorry.
basic.
I am the last person that should be julienning anything.
Well,
but you're doing
last time I gave Linda the knife, and it was a little bit dangerous.
Oh yeah. All right, so we're learning. So Sam, this is a cold noodle salad, which is perfect as it's starting to get a little warmer, right?
It's a chilled noodle salad. That's right.
I know.
I do too.
A completely versatile dish. You can add whatever vegetables you want, add as much spice as you want.
Good idea.
So
And
do
speaking
whatever,
of
and then
spice, you're having Jeffrey take the seeds out because that is one of the things that makes things too hot, right?
exactly
Okay.
the spice, and then the inside, the white part of the pepper.
That's
will
where the
also
spice
be
is. Oh, I didn't know that.
Even spicier
Should I
than
start
the seeds.
doing something to
Please
these?
do. Yes. So you're gonna grate the cucumber.
Great, that's the word I know. Julianne sort of got me.
Right.
I know, seriously.
So just do it right on the plate there. Perfect.
Now, grating a cucumber is kind of different. I'm surprised it doesn't get mushy.
It does a little bit, but
And
we
you
kind
want
of
it to?
want the
We've got some
mushiness.
mush going on.
It adds to the texture of the dish.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and you want
then
me to
Steph,
do this
you're
with
gonna grate
ginger?
the ginger. This is a fresh ginger. You only need about a tablespoon, maybe two tablespoons of it.
Because a little fresh ginger goes a long way, I know.
Exactly. Exactly.
You said this was nice for the beach or anything, and I can see why, because you have everything that's kind of cool and cool flavors.
Right, and you can do whatever you want with it.
Fresh ginger smells amazing.
You can add, any vegetable you want. You can use, if you want to do gluten-free, you could use rice noodles.
Okay.
You could use any type.
All right, is that enough of the ginger?
That's perfect.
Okay.
But we've
That's
got
a little
soba noodles, so talk to me about soba noodles. I don't think I know the difference.
Soba, this is a soba noodle.
Okay.
It's almost like ramen noodles, but a little bit thicker.
Are they
it's a
flour-based?
Japanese noodle. It's wheat-based.
They're
yeah.
wheat-based, okay.
Okay, I think
Is this enough or do I need more?
did I julienne properly?
That's plenty. Yes. Okay. So
Okay.
let's do the dressing next.
Okay.
So I'm adding cilantro here,
Okay.
and then this is sesame oil.
Yum.
Oh, I love sesame oil.
You made a mess.
Also, again, a little goes a long
I
way.
didn't make a mess.
That's
It's supposed
okay.
to look like that.
Just so here.
Okay.
And then we are going to start the base of it with a bit of rice wine vinegar,
Okay.
which you can find anywhere.
Yep. Yeah, these are all ingredients that'll be easy to find.
Exactly.
I can
Perfect.
smell the sesame oil, and it was just a little amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sesame oil strong, so a little bit goes a long way with most of the
Though.
ingredients.
Layer up the hot sauce.
Sriracha. everybody's
Sriracha.
favorite, yes.
Yes,
So-
it's a popular wave. It's a trend, that sriracha.
Just a little bit of that.
That looks dangerous, but
It does.
delicious.
I'll use the
Yeah.
spoon.
Yeah.
You can smell it, yeah.
How
And
do you
then-
know how much to spice things? for your
It's just preference.
clients?
It's just preference.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Always. Yeah.
Okay, so if you get it wrong, you tell your customers, it was my preference.
Well, you ask them. You ask them.
Right.
Always.
Okay.
And if you don't, they'll tell you.
Oh, I'm sure they will. An opinion and a customer's
A bit
opinion.
of honey to sweeten things up, counteract the spices that we're about to add.
Okay.
So, local honey is always good, especially right after allergy season.
Good point.
So we will mix that up a little bit here.
And then when we add the vegetables, do we add them to the liquid or do we add them right into with the noodles?
We're going to add the noodles and then we're going to add the vegetables in.
Okay, that sounds good.
And this dish is so easy because you can sit it, put it in the fridge, throw it in the ice chest. It's perfect.
Wow.
All right, I'm going to be a nice person and pass it down
before-
because I want to keep it. It looks and smells so
I know.
good. But there is a finished product for you to
Oh,
try.
really?
These are soba
I love
noodles.
that.
Sam says they're a great idea as we get into the warm weather. Certainly something you could stop by and grab and pack up and take to the beach. But a lot of really wonderful flavors, and you can kind of customize it to whatever works best for you.
This is
so,
delicious,
what a great idea! Thank you,
Exactly.
Sam.
Always
Don't
a
forget
pleasure.
Mother's Day reservations early. Jazz trio, live music on Sunday evenings. A lot of great things going on at Tsunami Sushi.
Tsunami.
Jeffrey, great to have you here.
Happy to be here as always.
Great
This is spicy.
Great things going on at the Player Center. I think I'll say goodbye before I try the spice. Take some time, enjoy the Suncoast view.